Hi, Metal Mike.
And wife.
We're here, and what episode is this? Oh, episode 5. Yep, 1787 Farm on a Hillside. That's pretty cool. See, my wife's family owns this property over here, and in 1787, a farm went up, and several families lived here, and a couple of years ago, it was torn down. It's warm. It's about 90 degrees. It's a bit windy, too. I am wearing long johns because I got a really bad burn the other day doing some footage for an upcoming episode, and my wife, she caught a case of poison ivy while we were out. So yeah, we're kind of pushing through this, right? Hardcore as you would call.
Hardcore, yeah.
So I hope you enjoy the episode. So I've started on the outside of the new retaining wall here of the property, and right against the road here. And so far I've just found a couple quarters and a penny, all clad, but just dug up this guy out of this deep hole here. It's a pretty nice heavy fork. Not really sure why. Almost looks like two of the prongs are welded into one, and then you got two more here. That's really weird. I haven't seen that before, but it looks like our first relic here, so cool.
I'm behind where the barn stood at this point, and I finally found my first cool relic. I found an old pulley that looks like it still has a bunch of rope attached to it, so that's nice. It's a very pretty pulley. So it's the first non-old pipe that I've found, which is cool. Pipe, I mean water pipe.
So this is a pretty good start. It was a little jumpy, and this explains why. It was a wheat penny and a buffalo in the same hole. The wheat penny 1942, and the buffalo I'm not 100% sure. So I'm only about 4 feet away from the hole. I just found a buffalo and a wheat penny, and looks like we have another buffalo. This one I can see the date clearly, 1938. Pretty cool.
Well, I have been digging and digging and digging, obviously. It's a giant pile. Deep hole, and it kept telling me it was there, and I kept trying to be gentle, and so I finally got more aggressive and dug, and I came up with this. It's a bracelet. Very excited, but I can see some patterning on there. So yes, I found some jewelry. Yay! So we cleaned it up, and it's got a nice pattern on it. I think it's plated in some kind, but it's still pretty.
This was a nice surprise, and not that it's a Mercury Dime, but only because it was literally, it wasn't even an inch down. I mean, I pulled it out of this plug, it was stuck right over here, which pretty much at the surface. The ground is pretty packed. I'm gonna see if I can get a date on it. It's a 1945. I think that's my first Mercury this year. Nice. Guaranteed every coin we pulled out of here has been has had a nail or something right next to it, so it's been pretty noisy, and it's been pretty hard to pinpoint these. But this just looks like a silver rosy. That to me looks like 1947. So that's good old rosy. I forget when they start, but we'll just call it an old rosy. The ground is so dry and so dusty that I feel I have more dirt in my nose than there is in the ground here. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like a handle to some silverware, and I see some shine on it, so maybe we'll get lucky with a silver spoon or something, but yeah, we'll get it out of there, hopefully. Oh man, finally got it out of there, and geez, that's, I find more forks than I do spoons apparently. Cool, maybe it's similar to the last one, but cool. Yeah, nice good sized fork. We need more utensils at the house, so this is great.
I just found a pin. It's definitely a pin because there's the claspy thing for it, and there's the arm right there, just a little bit of the arm, but I can't tell if it's pretty or not. We're gonna have to wait till we clean it up to see if it's pretty, but it's a cute old pin. Just a little ways away from where I just found that other pin, and I just found another of the same thing. This one has a little more detail on it, which is cool, and it still has its back. So we'll clean them up and see what they are. But I got a matching set.
It's looking a little ominous here. I think we're on the edge of a thunderstorm, but it was a bit of a scratch signal, but explains why it looks like it is a pocket knife. Pretty cool. Yeah, so far, been in this hole, and first thing I pulled out was this. So I thought that was it, but then all these Wheaties kept showing up, and 2 and 3, and I don't know if there's any more in there, but oh, there's another one right next to the other wheat pennies. It just extended the hole and still coming up with more wheat pennies. We got 5 and a 5 wheat penny spill. I think that's it. Oh. Not a wheat penny.
So I was just chasing a scratchy little signal, and I found this. It looks like it has some potential. Let's try turning it over here to be pretty, but I don't know. Yeah, so you can see that it's going to be pretty when I clean it off, but I don't know what it is. But it's a cute little thing, tiny little thing.
Looks like a flower piece. Maybe I thought maybe a pin or something, but I'm not seeing anything but like a center attachment there. So yeah, this was attached to something apparently, and pretty nice.
So I just had a okay signal, not very deep, and it's a snap, I guess, and it says Mascoma, Canaan, New Hampshire, which the Mascoma region is in Canaan, New Hampshire, and the Mascoma High School is there, and if you're from New Hampshire, these words would mean something to you, otherwise probably not. So I just found something in a hole, not sure what it is. It's this thing right here. Looks like it might have potential. It's got clippies on the back and that in the front. No idea what it is, but it looks kind of cool. So my little cousin Jake is helping me dig right now, and he just dug up this cute little pin. It's a very old pin, part of it's missing, but it's pretty. It's got some maybe floral pattern on it. I kind of licked it a little, so we'll see what it is once it cleans up, but it's got some pretty, so I've got a nice little, another nice pin up here. That's my 3rd pin up in this area.
So my wife says she sees green. Oh my goodness, look at her. She is so good at finding these copper coins. What the heck?
I'm not really sure what that is. There's lots of words on it. What does this side look like?
It's black.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's that?
what does that say?
1732.
1832.
1732 to 1832?
Yeah. What the heck?
New Hampshire. No. George Washington. Bicentennial.
Bicentennial.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, that's a Washington. What the heck?
I've never seen this before. Wow.
Whoa.
That is something super cool.
This is something special. Let's
go wash it
clean
off.
Yeah. We cleaned this up. We found information online. This is a bicentennial token for Washington's birthplace in Wakefield, Virginia, I think it is. Or, yeah. It says Wakefield, and there's a picture of a house here. I have never seen anything like it. I've never seen anybody find one. I've never seen anybody talk about one. So I'm thrilled, and I know my wife is too. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Cool.
There you go.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So I'm getting near the edge of the property, and I think I found a chronobell. It's different than the other ones, but I think that's what this is. I can't imagine what else it would be. It's very full of dirt, so we'll figure out what it looks like or sounds like when it's empty. I just got the dirt out, and yep, it is definitely a Kona bell, and it's still got a ringer in it, so that's cool.
So nothing too over the top here, but it's kind of neat. It looks like a locking mechanism with a hinge. I can assume the hinge came down, the a looped thing came through here, and this thing went through the loop to latch it, and then a little like flow piece. They were together in this, so I must assume it's part of whatever it was. Maybe it was a jewelry box.
Found a cool thing with an R on it that says this token awarded for skill, and then on the other side it says this token has no cash value or trade value. So I have no idea. It's an R. This is awarded for skill, whatever that means, so that's kind of cool. I found an old token right by the road, and I just found a signal that I thought was going to be garbage. It was a perfect pull tab signal, but I just pulled this guy out of the hole. Garter thingy, I believe, so that's cool.
Darn, I wish this was in better condition. This looks to be like an old, very old buckle. It's got that one tooth left, so you could tell it's old. When you lose teeth, you're getting old, right? Anyways, yeah, so I feel this is like I don't know. It's not a shoe buckle. And I don't know, maybe suspenders, could be knee. But cool.
Just found an odd thing in a hole. Not exactly sure what it is, but I think it's lead. It's got this star on it and a bunch of design on the sides. Maybe it screws onto something. It's very heavy, so 99% sure it's lead. It's kind of cool. It's a knob of some kind, maybe? Really not sure. So I just found another part of the garter that I found before, I think. I don't know. Looks like it. It's definitely an old hitch of some kind. Looks like a garter hitch, so that's cool. This was just a 40, which is completely my garbage signal, but I think it's an old button-ish thing. Figure out what it is. There we go. A butterfly and some flowers. So yes, I found something nice. Woohoo! So we just cleaned it up, and it's even prettier now. It's got this beautiful butterfly on flowers on it. It looks like it'll clean up even better with a little bit of scrubbing, maybe. And it's got a built-in shank. So Mike says that means it's from the...
It's pretty old. I'm guessing early 1800s at the latest.
So, very cool.
That is the best signal I've had today. 6 to 8 inches down. And I hope it's something good. Oh, no. Bazinga. 78 to 81. Oh, more big chunky iron. We're going to try this again. Some sort of screwy thing. Hey, I finally got one. It was in the 50s, low 50s. But I've never found a thimble. I've always wanted to find one. And looks like I finally got my first. It rang up so low. It's not going to be silver. It doesn't look anything like silver. But man, it's in good shape. Yeah. I could make my thumb, but yeah, cool. I finally got a thimble. Awesome. Don't know why I'm so excited, but it's a relic that I've wanted to find for a while, so very cool.
So I just had a real nice signal, and I think it's an ox knob. I'm not sure, but I feel like maybe it is. I don't know. From this side it looks like one. From this side it's got the screw hole. It's got this business up top here, so I think that's what it is. But I found a thing. This is the thing that I found.
And this is something different. You see right down there? You see it's got like a keyhole shape in the middle. Yeah, that's an old, like lock plate piece. where a skeleton key would go in there. Cool. I got a little fancy on it. Huh. Pretty neat.
So I just found something right near the stone wall here. Seems quite cool. I think it's a big old lock. Looks like it says MW and C2 on the thing, which is kind of funny since Mike's initials are MW. But yeah, this is definitely a slidey thing that covers where the key goes. There's the back of the mechanism, part of the top of the lock. Really kind of neat. It's got, there you can see the engraving. It's heavy, it's a big lock, but it's very cool. I have no idea what it is. You know, it kind of could be a utensil handle, but I don't know. So just throwing it on here in case somebody knows what it is.
I am getting really good at finding these. That looks like the inside of a pocket watch. I feel like I just keep repeating myself saying that. But yeah, cool. I love finding these things. I'd love to find a complete one though. Where is my, oh, it was kind of almost a surface signal. I was just kind of surprised. But no less than an inch down, this guy popped out. And you see the 1 cent on the back. That looks pretty good. And then the front, it's an IHP. It's an Indian head penny, 1903.
So I just got one of Mike's bucket list items. I got a thimble. It's a squished thimble, but it's definitely a thimble. Based on the numbers, it's a brass one. But it looks great. It's definitely very thimble-y looking. So that's cool. So I just had a signal in the hole where I just pulled out the thimble, but this is a straight 67, so I know it's something brass, and I just flipped it over and it looks super pretty, but I'm not sure what it is. It could just be an escutcheon of some kind. Mike's got the water, so...
Water boy's here.
So we're gonna clean it up and figure out what it is. It's probably a piece of furniture thing, but it's so pretty.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
Very, very nice.
My goodness,
cool.
Gotta find something to put it on.
Yeah, I know. No kidding, huh? Just needs a little straightening, but that's very nice.
That's
good,
so cool.
Good.
Nice find.
With the thimble, so maybe it was part of the sewing table.
Machine, yeah.
I just had a kind of crappy signal. It was consistent but different in each direction, and I have this. There was a nail above it, which might have been why it was all messed up. Not sure what it is. Mike's gone to get the water. It's Desrosiers $1 token.
Water boy here.
Yep, and then this says in trade $1.
That is so cool. You find the coolest.
What does that say? Something.
Yeah, give it a whack. Yeah, you could spray it and hold it.
Okay. Is it on? Yes.
Do you know where Desrosiers is?
I feel like, I mean, it sounds familiar.
It's like X's.
Is there stars or X's?
Stars.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, A Desrosiers. In trade.
Maybe it's a grocery store?
Patented on 1909.
Sweet. There we go. Patent June 1909. That's really sweet. Nice. Cool.
Awesome find, 100-plus-year-old token.
Yeah,
cool.
So I found the George Washington Memorial thing and then this. Oh, and that ridiculous R token thing. Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, 3 tokens here.
Yeah. Still searching for something this size in silver or gold, but you know, we'll take it. So far in this hole, I have found this very large knife. I mean, this is my hand, and I have big hands. That is the knife. So this thing is pretty sweet looking. I haven't rubbed it off yet, but I'm gonna right now and see if I can find anything. Lol, it says old timer on it. So that's pretty funny. I don't think it's a very old knife. I think that's plastic, but it's a very high quality knife anyway, for sure. So I'll look it up and see what an old timer knife is and how old it is, but I think those guys are probably plastic. But still super cool.
Here we are at the ping pong table wrap up. Big iron parts. Wife found a horse bit, ox knob, quarter bell. Very nice. Wife found a sprayed to a hose, but that is actually pretty old. I think it goes back to maybe even the 40s, 50s maybe. Fuse, some light, bulb parts, lamp parts, bullets, lead bullets. This was kind of cool. This is like comes off an old car, I think back to the 20s and 30s. And it says, lift the dot. And you'd press it, and I guess it would detach. You could take the roof of your car off or whatever. Here are a couple community silver forks. These are like heavily plated silver forks, supposed to last a long time. Remnants of a spoon bowl. Well, I found an old timer knife, really cool. This is neat. I think that's between the models 50T and 60T, which would put it kind of like, I think, in the 50s. Another pocket knife on a newish flashlight. Really cool lock my wife found. It has my initials MW and company. Looks like a part of a bell. I'm not sure. She found part of a pulley system. And of course, I love finding these. I think I found one, I think every episode so far. Oil lamp parts. I think this is the same thing. I think this is just a bigger version where you'd have a three-wheel thing and it would push a bigger wick up through. Yeah, some Clyde coins here. And I think these are, first thimble. That was my first thimble. It's my wife's first thimble. That is cool. And I think these go to like tires to old cars. I think this is like an old air nozzle cap, tube cap. And I think this is like the inside of a tire, and the air cap would be here. But I don't know. A couple buckles. This was really interesting. It's lead, but it's got a star on top and it's got a pattern around the side. So I don't know what it would be used for, but it's very cool. Umbrella parasol parts, some escutcheon, and like here's a latch too, like maybe a jewelry box or something to that. But these are really nice. I love this keyhole plate. My wife found a couple of garter straps, buckles. I think this is like a old suspender or knee buckle. It's so thin, it wouldn't be a shoe. My wife found her first watch winder. We weren't sure what that was on the field, and then we started seeing some videos, people finding them, and some cool buttons. I think this might be Tomback. 100% sure, but it's definitely not flat on the bottom, but it's got that look to it. Really pretty button my wife found. Here's a couple pins. All three of these are pins. But these, I don't see anything on them. They almost look military-like. My wife did find a cool, looks like brass, maybe a copper bracelet at one point, which was silver-plated. Some wheat pennies. 6 from the teens in 1920, 5 from the 40s, and 2 unidentifiables. Over here, coins, you got a 1942 Mercury, 47 Rosie, second year. And here's last year Buffalo, which is pretty cool because same year they turned to the Jefferson nickel. And unknown year, Buffalo with, I think, a D mint mark. 1903 Indian head. And the coolest finds, I feel, are these 3 tokens my wife dug up. This is 1909 Desrosiers token for $1, which is a good amount back then. And I think Desrosiers might be a pizza company. We looked it up. We looked at the name, and that name means a lot in Maine. But the pizza place, like I called today, started in 1904. So I told them about it. The owner wasn't there, but we're going to call them tomorrow morning and have a talk about that. Here's a pinball machine token awarded for skill. So yeah, if you're a pinball wizard, maybe you had some of these if you're like 100 years old. Because yeah, these are around 1920s. And this is really cool. It's a Washington medal. Has his birthplace on the back. Can't really see it so well there, but there's a picture of a house and some information. And yeah, it says 1732 to 1932, but I don't believe these were made until 1940 to 1950s. So yeah, really cool place, that farm on the hillside. We'll be back after the lawn gets mowed this fall and do the field areas. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the episode.